So, I'm pretty sure the first order of business that we're gonna have today is, Mr. LordKnight asked me to play. Or I wanted to play with LordKnight yesterday and he didn't have the time. Shit. The fucking king of up-backing here. Oh, I should have saw that coming. It was obvious. Damn, I really can't super. Yeah, that's when the throws come out. Okay. Wow. That was gonna hurt a lot. What? Backdash? That was meant to be. That was meant to be IB. You better. Yes! Let's go. Work of art. No burst, no problem. Holy sh... Moves around a lot, yes. Pretty cool. That should be patched out. That is unfair. Well, I'm die. Thank you forever. the wall break the combo that I did off a reversal super to kill him from like 70%. What was that? That was so broken. That was so broken. So the primary like value interaction that I'm seeing in this set is like LordKnight does jump forward JH, and then there's this period where I can respond, and usually the way it goes is either he does land 2k2d or jump again and reapproach with JH or JS or something. So there's a very big chance for me to squeeze out some sort of value. Like, you see that? Yeah, like right there. That's what we're talking about. It's a very rough way for the match to start. Yeah. Why on earth would that drop?
Motherfucker's gonna be telling everybody he's moist. You're nasty. You know that.
Oh, from downtown. Nice, beautiful. Got him. He's gonna have full meter, but I don't think he's ever gonna winger. So I think he just tried to winger. Strangely enough. Ah, okay. So he's changing that. See, he's adding on a new interaction to like the thing where like he lands on my head with JH, right? There's something new there. Nice, beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't see that one coming. Beautiful. You want the screen to zoom out more when somebody's high in the air? Different fighting games do that. My turn. No in-game sound? Yeah. I think I disabled it somehow, but hey, isn't this nice and relaxing? You're just hanging out with me. Right? No soundboard, no drama.
Excellent. You have taken the lead.
Oh, Hotashi. You are perfect. Good morning, perfect.
You have
That was
lost
so
the
good.
lead.
That bad moon. Fresh Solari, how do you do? Just sucks. Sucks. The only reason why that 5k, 6k didn't work was because I didn't commit. Outplayed, yeah. Good shit. I didn't need that health bar anyways. How'd you get there? So I guess his plan of what to do when I have 50% meter. Oh my god. Is not to do 2K 2D anymore, which I guess is understandable. Well, here's my grab getting baited again. My world-class defense. Womp womp. A back knight. Doesn't PS4 have less input delay? No. Than the PS5? No. Sailor Twiff. How do you do? Alright, how's our hero gonna win this one? That's a start. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's just no answer to me having 100% meter, really. The moment you get near me, the round is in contention. LordKnight yields. I stand the victor! I definitely feel like I played a very, very, very active role in adapting quickly. There are so many things that I was able to rotate into like my defensive selection, and then LordKnight would address him back, and then I would adapt back to the point where like he was pretty hesitant to go. So I'm happy with that.
There we go. Hello?
Hello?
Say hi to chat. Chat, can you hear him?
What a set, huh?
What a set indeed.
What'd you think?
100%. I feel pretty good. Honestly. I think you played pretty well. I think I played pretty well. Millia has like a handful of matchups where it's like her tool set is fine, but she gets out damaged.
Yeah.
And I think out of those, Nago and Ram are the hardest, I think, out of that group.
Yeah.
But like, it's okay. Like, I just have to make twice the amount of correct choices. Like, it's fine. And then you just accept it. It's better than picking another character, I think, for the most part.
I think you may have the highest life expectancy against Nago than like any Millia player I've played, especially, but many other players.
In a tournament, in a 3 out of 5, like I can make that happen for sure, as long as I just like hold strong and like defend the way I do, challenge the way I do, protect myself the way I do.
I think that's the part that gets a lot of people about fighting Nago, is that like on defense he's like a little bit easy to abuse because he's like he's tall, like he's not very mobile at all, really. It almost sometimes against a lot of people it doesn't matter like what you did on offense or in neutral, because the moment you defend against Nago you explode, right? How often do you hear that or even see it sometimes? Like, I mean, it's just the nature of it, right? Like in fighting any character like Soul, Rams, like, well, you know, you can't like win every game on defense, but I find that is like the number one thing that gets most people. So I'm happy to see that it is definitely not the case for you.
We've been talking about like, oh, okay, so I play Axel, and people are like, oh, you're playing Millia versus Nago, like why not play Axel? But Axel Nago is probably like even.
No, I would not switch off of Millia for
no,
that matchup. Is very, very, very difficult to play for both characters.
There's a bunch of stuff I have played it, and there's a bunch of stuff I don't like about playing it. If I mained Axel, I'd probably be cool. But I think Millia has some advantages in this matchup that a lot of characters don't have.
Yeah.
So even if I think she's slightly disadvantaged, mostly just because of raw numbers, just like how correct we have to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think the tools against each other are fine. Like I don't have to worry about clone in neutral ever, and like
Not
if
really.
we whiff buttons, then like I can punish your buttons in a bunch of spots. Even if I don't get combos, at least I get like meter every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And the big one is I can come back if I'm losing. Like that's like the biggest one, because since I win from mix,
Yeah.
I can come back if I'm losing. Where with Axel, I'm not gonna come back from being down. Where in Millia, like there are times where like I have a pixel and I'm like I probably have this. I can
Yes,
do this.
it's like a privilege to free win, right? There's a whole lot of things that you are mixing in. The key of the match, like I remarked during the set, was how you are approaching, and 90% of the time it's going to be jumping forward and doing JH, right? A lot of Nagos love to swing at the air. The whole thing about it is that it's like super bad, because number one, if you respond to Millia jumping in the air, a lot of the time the JH will hit you. It's actually surprisingly difficult to respond to. I don't think I used 6P a single time this set. I don't have to like swing at the air and then just let you whiff punish me. I can just block and take my chances that way. And of course, the moment I block that JH, let's say you go JH on block, Nago blocks it, and then you I-80 forward, a 55% chance that I mash something out, or I block it, and then you have to land. If you land next to me, then there's like a 70% chance that I'm gonna grab you, or you're gonna try to like shimmy the situation, and then I close slash. I think it gets less and less favorable the longer you're close to me, because Millia's like pressure is like, once she's landed, it's like quite linear, right?
If you're talking about like the jumping, for example, so the only thing that makes me even bring back JH air dash JH is when people do land like throw on my jump H.
Right.
Like if I do like a single jump H and they pick throw, like the way I try to structure it is that people have to pick specific options, like they like that a relatively simple low commit option beats it. But like the way that situation is actually structured is like there's not actually stuff where like you can pick multiple, you have one option that beats multiple things. I got to the point where in the middle of the matches I was like, oh, I think when I'm doing like dash jump, because I do have to do the JH pretty high to hit your 5P, because that's the goal is to hit 5P.
Yeah, exactly.
If I do it too low, then the 5P is gonna win and you're gonna get a combo, so I don't want that. But at that height, if I land and do 2K, because the whole point of doing land 2K is to go under whatever button you're doing, like 5P or whatever that you would hit. So that's when I actually start introducing JH or JH, is when people start picking throw. If people pick mash or backdash, I just pick 2K over and over and over, because it keeps me relatively safe. I can confirm the situation, I get to push the turn, blah blah blah. The main thing about on Nago's side is just like if you pick something correct, you just get a lot of damage.
The first time you did close slash IAD, I was just like, this is like, you know, the most greedy, right? But here I am swinging at the ground expecting like a run-up repressure, which came sometimes, but like I see the value in it now.
You have to, if you want to push your pressure, you have to be airborne again. Like you have to be willing to go airborne to do it. And I kind of think Millia is the same. It's like, I'm like, man, it'd be nice if she could be plus. And I'm like, well, actually, she can be plus. I just have to jump to do it. Like, so it's not the end of the world. I just have to be plus to do it. One thing that I think you have that's a bad habit, but I don't blame you for doing it, is that you match throw against disc in spots where you probably shouldn't. But it's probably that you haven't played somebody who recognizes that you're blocking and will select against it.
I'll be real with you. Most Millia players, they don't even get there. They just get deleted. You know, doing Capel from like the top of the screen, or you know, double jump I-84 JH. It's just like they don't find the approach, and then it's just like I'm just gonna block eventually, and then it's over, right? So I like this series of like interactions. Like I'm on the hard part, which is like block the mix, right? I'm not prepared for like, oh well, what am I gonna do after if I can't just like, you know, free win you with grab? I don't know how you're gonna lose to any other Nago.
I don't know if other people are willing to do this, but I have learned Nago versus like 9 characters at this point, 9 or 10 characters at this point. And it just ended up being like, after I played all those other characters, I was like, yo, Millia's actually pretty good against him, honestly. Like, I don't need to counterpick against him, really. I just gotta like take all the stuff I learned from every character that I played against him, and then just do it. Like, do it from there. Like, once you get really good at Millia Nago, it's really that Nago deletes you. Like, straight up. That's really it. Like, you can only be wrong like twice. That's it. Like, besides that, you have everything you need to fight the character.
Like how Burst and YRC is like one of the most insane tools against Nago, right? to just shut him out of rounds. Sometimes literally just kill him.
If you're playing a character that has low life against Nago, you have to accept you're gonna die in 2, maybe 3 hits, depending on what happens. You have to out-select him, and you gotta like look at like in Millia's case, right? Like the time really what ends up happening is like I hit you somehow. And then because I hit you somehow, I get to like hit you in like a really safe way repeatedly. You do have to overextend, right? Like you do have to like aim for timing. He's good at it. The character is really good at it. You do have to like build risk and like when I sweep you, it's just like bada boom.
Yeah, you free win.
Now I'm just like, oh, I have all the tools. You know, like maybe they don't all convert. Like I gotta make more choices because I don't convert and like I don't do a ton of damage all the time. But like I am out selecting my opponent a lot. So if I'm winning sets outright, then like that's saying a lot. Nago I think is 5.5 versus Millia. I think our matches basically went that way. Then like what happened is what's supposed to happen.
Generally, yeah.
When I'm playing against people who are like similar skill level, like I would say, I don't know how you feel, but I would say like we are similar skill level.
Yeah.
Like being able.
What's
to
that supposed to
that
mean?
or...
What am I gonna say? Like, LordKnight,
I don't know.
Fucking godlike.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you feel.
I think you are my peer.
If it goes that way, then like that's the way it should go. Like honestly, I mean he's silly sometimes though. Like there was some games I was playing, I was like, yo, for real, like
yeah.
But you know, that's just
when I did reversal super and then I like TOD'd you with no health. You went from
like
70. Yeah, I was like that. It makes no. I mean that's like a bunch of characters can do that, but it's a little silly because you don't see Millia doing winger and then doing like TODs. I think Millia's 2D should be like -7. I think it's a little dumb.
I actually think she should get a couple of buffs, but I live in the present and I just play.
I mean, of course, right.
So
like,
and clearly, like there's still more that can be done, right? Like you said, like you saw a lot of tactics I was using that you haven't seen other people do.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's more that can be done.
You still had a lot of game. Like once I had 50%, you just shifted the way you did pressure to something else, and then I have to respect that in a different way.
Right?
If you could beat Nago like this, then you're gonna be godlike when Millia gets better, right? Yeah, it's a matter of attitude. Like you can have your complaints about matchups or the system. I certainly do, but like you have to remember to go back to like, is there more that I can do? It's literally a matter of attitude that separates a lot of players. Some players they go to complaints and then they never go back to, let's see if there's more that I can do, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was my last remark. Is that y'all Millia players, be careful what you wish for.
Y'all, I mean,
not you.
Y'all.
You're like the progenitor. All right, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, LordKnight. Take care.
Peace.
An honor. Wow. Y'all learned something?